Hello, Facebook world. This is Michelle, and you are watching Wednesday Wisdoms with Michelle. Today, I'm in a really weird place. I'm in a different place. I'm on my way to an appointment, and I asked to use their room. So here I am at Harmonized Brain Centers. Anyways, I came across a quote, and then I saw a post on Facebook, and that's what brought me to this topic. I don't have time. So often we hear, are we still there? The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. And today's topic is, I don't have time. The quote says, for what it's worth, it's never too late, or in my case, too early to be whomever you want to be. There's no time limit. Stop whenever you want. You can change or stay the same. There's no rules to this thing. We can make the best or the worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. And I hope... Shall I start again? I hope you change... You can change or stay the same. There are no rules to this thing. You can make the best or worst of it. I hope you make the best of it. And I hope you see things that startle you. I hope you feel things you never felt before. I hope you meet people with a different point of view. And I hope you live a life you're proud of. If you find that you're not, I hope you have the courage to start all over again. Now, that brought me to that quote because with a lot of my coaching clients, that's one of the first things I work with. Why aren't you starting? Well, because I don't have time. Time is always an issue with people. It's always an issue with why we haven't done what we want to do in this world. So I wanted to address time. I'm giving you a freebie because basically this is one of the first things I talk to with all my coaching clients. And I'll go in more in depth with my coaching clients. But with all of you here, I'm going to give you a general idea. I want you to track your day. Because when you say you don't have time to do something, you do. Because we all have the same amount of time during the day, correct? No one has a special extra 5 hours a day. We all have exactly, 24 completely. But how do you use it? What I encourage all of you to do is start tracking what you do with your day. It doesn't have to be incredibly detailed. You don't have to say 6:02 brush teeth, 6:03 went to restroom, 6:08. It doesn't have to be that way. It's I woke up at this time. Let's say I woke up at 5:30, ate breakfast from 6 to 6:30, walked out the door, drove from, basically you can say, drove to work from 6:30 to 7:15. Just track your big portions of time spent. Every time you go on a phone call, kind of write the name of the person you're talking to and the start time and the end time, and then go back later and find out about how long you've been talking to everybody this time. I may have to do this entire recording again because I keep coming on and off the internet, and I have no idea if I'm re-recording or is it just still going. I'm lost. I can't see anything right now. So, where are you wasting your time? Where are you spending your time? And not necessarily wasting, because if you're spending time with family or friends or connecting, that's great. Work, great. But if you are standing at the coffee machine and you're just kind of hanging out for half an hour and then you wonder why you didn't get something done, but you only needed another 30 minutes and you stayed after work in order to finish it, you found your 30 minutes. Stop standing looking at your time. It's still going? Am I repeating myself a lot? Looking at your time. So basically, where can you find time in your day? Like with me, I used to sleep till 7:30 in the morning, and then I would go to work. Well, here's the thing. When I wake up an hour more, I can make my meal for the day. If I wake up a half an hour before that, I can actually get a workout in first thing in the morning. Now, this is very important, you folks. We aren't getting any younger. We aren't getting any healthier unless we intentionally do so. And that's what this is all about. It's an attitude adjustment. I talk about attitude on everything I talk about. Attitude is always linked to it. And this is what this one is. Your attitude towards what is important to you in your life, in your world, is up to you. You set that. You set that attitude. And through your attitude, you can do anything. You can say, okay, I choose that I will wake up 30 minutes earlier in the day so that I can do at least a 20-minute workout and still be able to shower and get to work or do whatever I want to do. Or you can choose to sleep for another hour. It's your choice. But then at the end of the day, you do, I'm so tired, I didn't get anything done. Where did you lose your time? Find out where you can pull back on your time. Find out where you can use your time more wisely than you do currently. It's pretty simple. I used to spend an hour and a half waiting in line to pick up my kids from school. And I would just sit there with a book. Well, now that they're not in school, I'm not picking them up, I can use that time in a whole different way. I use it for my business now. But if you are in a line picking up your kids at school, well, then use it productively. Do you have a business? Is there something you can read on? Is there a podcast you can listen to? We can use different parts of our day where we think we're just wasting it to be more productive. And that's what I'm after here. Set a day that you can do a lot of your group things. So like with me, Wednesdays are my days off. Yes, I consider Facebook Live one of my pleasures. It's my day off thing. I do whatever I want to on Wednesdays. Except for Facebook Live, I have to do that because this is my promise to all of you. Wednesdays at noon. But on Wednesday morning, it's the only day I let myself slack. And I call slacking waking up at 7 and not working out. But I'll still go for a walk. So it's me time. You see, there's a time in your life where all the noise is going to be stopped and you're going to be alone with just that alone time with yourself and be happy with it. Many of you know that I was in a car accident and I lost many of my memories and I was stuck in my head. That was my time when I got stuck in my head, was my alone time with myself. Did I like me the way I was? The me I remembered? Not so much. So I adjusted how I use my time. I prep food on Wednesdays. I prep my mind for the rest of my week. I prep. I use a day of prep. I always spend a time in the afternoons and when my family comes back home together for dinner to either cook together and eat together, or I cook and then we eat together, just so we can catch up on who we are and what we're all doing. So track your time. Use it wisely. And remember, we all have the same amount of time during the day. It's how you use it. I stopped watching TV. I know that sounds crazy, but I did. Why? Because I would sit there for 3 hours watching other people's problems. Well, if you like TV, maybe you can pre-record the things you want to watch, and then you can set a day where you can actually sit and watch it, and then use that hour instead of sitting there watching TV to spend times to connect with your... One day you're going to look back and it's going to be done. And you're going to say, what happened to all that time? Did we waste it? So I encourage you, track your time. Find out where you're actually using your time. And if you don't like where you're spending the majority of your time, reallocate it. Reallocate your time. We all have the same amount of time in the day. It's just how you use it. And if you don't need to change your life all at once. One small, tiny step every day. Do something different every day, some tiny thing towards your goal of whatever you want to adjust. And I can promise you, before you know it, you'll be trotting and then running. Remember, I like to say, embrace that toddler mindset. You can do it. You just have to find a way. So until next week, everyone, have a wonderful week and enjoy your time with the people you love and care for. And enjoy the time that you spend alone with you. Have a